Now, News 13's Skywarn weather.
A few showers in and around the Cortez back towards Durango and Dulce. This is over the last 3 hours, so it looks like these storms are moving quickly, but really they are not. Now, they're not dropping a tremendous amount of rain, but they are definitely keeping those roads on the wet side, so you just want to be careful. 48 degrees overnight tonight. We'll keep it mostly cloudy, and showers and storms will be in the area. Another round for tomorrow, and highs in the mid-70s. 55 tonight and partly cloudy in Farmington. Highs tomorrow will be climbing well on up into the 80s again with scattered showers in the afternoon. 77 in Durango right now, 82 in Farmington with 60s in Cortez. Of course, the rain-cooled air out there, especially around the Cortez area. Down to our south, we've got steady rains in southwestern portions of New Mexico, and temperatures are reflecting that, and back off towards the east, plenty of 70s and 80s. A couple things to point out here for you. We've got an area of low pressure spinning across central portions of New Mexico and Arizona, and then we've got a front that's beginning to push into portions of the northeast, and this is what's going to help drive our storms, or at least fuel our storms over the next 24 hours. So as this front moves on in, we could see a little bit of an east wind moving in with it, and that's going to transport the moisture in. So as a result, tomorrow is going to be very active storm-wise, and potential for flooding is definitely there. Sunday, we recycle the moisture we'll have in place, and then a little bit quieter weather as we begin next week's Monday and Tuesday, actually looking like more or less going to see showers popping up around the mountainous regions. So all in all, not looking like a bad start to next week, but it's going to be a very wet weekend in the coming days for us. So as far as what you're going to be dealing with precip-wise, as we kind of spell it all out for you, overnight tonight things will quiet down, but tomorrow it looks like it's going to be exceptionally active across eastern portions of the state, back off into the southwest, and up here in the north, right along the state line, the Colorado and New Mexico state lines. Matter of fact, we could see some soaking rains and potential for flooding. Meanwhile, across the rest of the country, though, South Texas continuing to be just socked in with heavy rains, and here's our storm system that's helping to drag that front into New Mexico while spinning across the North Dakota area and bringing some heavy rains up there. Meanwhile, the northeast, very heavy rains, and matter of fact, the U.S. Open was rain delayed because of those rains. 60s up there in the northeast, 70s back off towards Chicago, 80s and 70s across much of the west coast, and it looks like tomorrow we'll end up in the 80s down south with 60s up in Denver. For us tonight, though, 40s and 50s. Tomorrow's highs will be well on in the 60s, 70s, and even mid-80s. Not looking like a bad day temperature-wise, but definitely going to be looking for those rains well on at the beginning of next week. Highs will be in the mid to upper 70s. We'll keep it in those mid-70s next week, and probably not as stormy. For Farmington, rain showers continuing for the weekend with highs maintaining in the mid-80s. Overnight lows on the mild side in the 50s, and keep in mind, probably will see some isolated flooding over the course of the weekend. For the beginning of next week, it will quiet down somewhat Monday and Tuesday, but resurgence of moisture moving on in Wednesday into Thursday will bring those showers and storms back to the region, and highs will remain in the low to mid-80s.